Audio Jungle.
Hi, how you doing? Thanks so much for being here. I'm Instructor Wayne Jenkins. In today's video lesson we're going to be doing is talking about a question I get asked quite a bit from a few people. They just got asked about it recently, so I thought I'd make a quick little video about it. And it's about how to play, increase your speed and playing fast on the guitar. So like, let's say you're learning a song and you got the rhythm down, but you can't figure out how to do the solo because it's just too fast, Well, there's a lot to it. Couple things. Number one, you want to make sure that you got your alternate picking down. That's very, very important because there's only you can only play so fast when you're when you're playing just down picking. Okay, you can only play so fast down picking. You just can't play faster than that. That's all there is. You're kind of limited. So what you got to do is you got to learn to alternate pick. Okay, and that's just picking the string down and up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You got to learn how to do that, okay? First note down, second note up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And I would do is start off with some finger exercise. That's what I started doing when I first started learning guitar a long time ago. I knew I wanted to play the solos. That's the thing that kind of caught my attention with the guitar. Some guys it's rhythm and the chords. Some people it's the theory. For me it was the guitar solos. I like the guitar solos. So I had a friend of mine, he told me just practice these finger exercises. He showed me how to do alternate picking, And basically it was something real simple. Like let's say you start on your first string, 3rd fret, and you want to use all 4 fingers to get this pinky going because this is going to make a huge difference. And a lot of times with solos it really helps, okay? So if you don't normally use your pinky, get this involved. I'm telling you, get it developed. It's going to make a huge difference later down the line. So what I would do is something real simple like 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? So I pick the 3rd down, pick the 4th up, down on the 5th, up on the 6th. Do that again, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, up, okay? Then I go the next string. 3, 4, 5, 6. Next string. 3, 4, 5, 6. Next string. Next string. Next string. Now it's not real easy to begin with. It's, I've been doing it for a long time so I can do it real well. But if you're just getting started, it really helps to get the coordination between your 2 hands, okay? And then start on the 6th string and do the same thing, go in the opposite, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always picking down, up, okay? And you do all 4 fingers because when you get to the next string, you're ready for the down pick again. So it's down, up, and then you go to the next string, you're ready to go down again. Down, up, 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 down, up. Okay? And I would also work with the metronome. Now this works for some people it doesn't. I would highly recommend working with that. Some people just can't stand the metronome, and I understand sometimes that click is like Chinese water torture, I understand. But if you can get to working with the metronome and get past that, it's going to really help you out a lot. You set the click at something slow like 60, beats per minute, click, 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 click. And then try to match those clicks, And this will really help develop your timing as well. So if I was using the metronome right now, I'd be trying to match those clicks. Like that. Okay, and then what I would do is I would go back the other way starting with my pinky, and this is a really good thing to do as well because it helps your pinky lead the way. When you go this way, it's not too hard because your index finger leads, and that's pretty common, it's pretty natural. But when you're trying to go this way with your pinky leading, that's kind of unnatural. Not many things we do with our hand that our pinky leads. So that's a good thing to develop too. Once again, start like on the 6th fret. Pinky first, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 3rd string, down, up, 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 down, up. Now this seems kind of mundane, and you say, well, but the thing of it is, if this is the fundamental principle of what you're trying to accomplish, and if you get through this, I'm telling you, it's going to really help you later down the line. and you're going to be able to play with, you know, clean and everything. And you might even, you know, start off without distortion and just play clean, you know, like this. So you really hear the notes. That's probably what I would recommend doing. That's what I did too, is start off clean. So you really hear the notes of what you're doing, you know what I mean? And after a while you work with the metronome and you speed it up, you know, start off at like 60 and then 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, maybe move it up in beats of 5 increments, okay? So 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, you know, and really try to keep up with it when it's playing faster to keep that alternate picking going. It's very important. And eventually, you know, after so many months of doing that, then you can, you know, and then try to do it on different strings, just maybe the first and second string. Then add the third string. Then the fourth string. Fifth string, sixth string. You know, then you can just go all the way up. You know, all kinds of cool things that you can do with that. But you got to get up to that speed. So I would highly recommend working with the metronome and get your alternate picking down. And once you get that down and you speed it up to the point where you could do what's called tremolo picking, and that's where you do it really, really fast, you know? And then it sounds really cool like that, you know what I mean? So that's what I would recommend, working with your alternate picking, working with your metronome. And if you know any scales, like let's say the minor pentatonic, that's a pretty easy one that everybody learns right off the bat. Go through that scale, once again, alternate picking. And there's all kinds of different patterns you can do, you know, you can do. You know, there's all kinds of things. Maybe pick 3 notes, you know, go, if you're going to do the minor pentatonic, do like 5, 8, 5, 5, 8, 5, 5, 8, 5, and then go 8, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7. And that really helps build the finger independence, and that's really what you want to do, because when you're playing guitar solos, you don't know what your finger is going to be doing. They're going to be doing something different in every solo, so you want to build that finger independence, okay? So that's a good way of building it with the minor pentatonic is, you know, if let's say you're playing it here at A minor, go 5, 8, 7, or I'm sorry, 5, 8, 5, 5, 8, 5, 5, 8, 5, 5, 8, 5, and then start on the 8, and go 8, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7. So now you're starting with the pinky, you know, and then go 5, 7, 5. And always be starting with that second note, 7, 5, 7. And 5, 7, 5 again. And then 7, 5, 7 again. Okay, and then 5, 5, 7, 5 again. And then 7, 5, 8. And then 5, 8, 5 again. And then 8, 5, 8. Really gets that pinky developed, okay? And once again, work with the metronome with that. And before you know it, you'll just be, you know, doing this kind of stuff. And then you want to work on things like your hammer-ons, your pull-offs, you know. Those are hammer-ons when you hit the string, and then you hammer on to the next note. Pull-off is the opposite. You're putting 2 fingers down, hitting a note, and pulling off to the other one, right? Do that on all the strings. Throughout the scale, the pentatonic for instance, or whatever scale you're working with, okay? It doesn't matter. And if you did that finger exercise I showed you in the very beginning, if you did that, that would be really even more beneficial because you're using all your fingers, so you could go like 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6. 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6. And you're just working on your hammer-ons. This is really good at building up dexterity and strength in your fingers. And stamina. And then do pull-offs, you know. 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3. Next string, 5, 3. I'm sorry, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3. 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3. That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? And then you can even move up, ascend up the fretboard. So all that was, what I was doing there was just basically that finger exercise I was showing you, you know, just up the fretboard right here at the 12th fret. Okay? And then another thing you can do that's really cool as far as the finger exercise goes is you could like try to really build dexterity in your fingers and independence by, instead of going like 1, 2, 3, 4, try to go 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. And then try to like start slow, of course, you know, at first with the clean channel, of course, you know. I'm just trying to put a lot of information into a very short amount of time so this video doesn't turn out to be like 20 minutes, you know. But anyway, just start slow, you know, practice your alternate picking. And what I used to do too when I was younger, first starting out, I would do this kind of thing, up and down, and then I go the next fret, up and down, next fret, go across, next fret, do that, you know. You work on that stuff for 10, 15 minutes, and you do that every time you first pick up your guitar, because I used to do that, just work on that, and then I would work on like songs and chords and things like that. But get those hands in shape, because that's the thing you got to do in the alternate picking. I'm telling you, if you've never done it before, it's going to be a little awkward, but just work on that alternate picking, and then eventually it gets fast to where you can do tremolo picking. And those are just hammer-ons, you know, open hammer-ons is all those are. And then a hammer-on pull-off that's repeated real fast is called a trill. That builds really good finger dexterity too. And then once you get that down, then put on some distortion, you know, and listen to how cool it sounds. Alright? And that's how you build to play those fast solos. But it takes time. It doesn't come overnight. You know, I worked on it for hours and hours until I developed that skill, because I knew that's what I really wanted to do. And if that's what you want to do, really get them solos down, or even play fast just for your own solos or whatever you want to do, that's what you got to do. Work with your alternate picking, work with some basic finger exercises. You can even create your own, doesn't really matter what you do, you know. And I would highly recommend work with a metronome or a drum beat, you know. Sometimes that's even easier for some people, is a drum beat. And you can find that stuff on the internet. Just go to YouTube, type in drum beat, and you know, you get all kinds of different ones at different tempos, and work with them. You know, work with trying to match those beats to those notes, and just take it slow, and try to speed it up. See, that's what's great about a metronome, is you can control the tempo of it. You get started slow, 1, 2, click, click, you know, and then click, 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 click. And when you get that thing clicking fast and you're trying to, you know, really keep up with it, that's when you really start making some headway, okay? And another thing that I would recommend getting, and this is something that really helped me out a lot too, was one of these things right here. This is called a Grip Master, okay? They have different ones on the market. This is just one of them, the ones that I used. But it's a finger exerciser, and what it does is it works with each one of your fingers independently, like this. So as you can see, it's got a thing for each finger. Okay, and this is a great thing to work with when you're like watching TV, or you know, anytime you're away from your guitar. You know, maybe you're at the doctor's office waiting for an appointment, or maybe you're waiting for your car to get finished, you know. You just put this in your pocket, pull it out, and work on it like this. Okay, I used to work with this all the time. Okay, and they have different tensions. I think this is a light one. This red one I got, this is a medium tension. This one's got this little thing for your hand that helps a little bit too. But I used to work with this all the time. I'd work with that hand, then I'd work with this hand too. And what it does is it really builds your finger dexterity, okay? It builds the muscles in your hands too. Because a lot of guitar, you gotta build that stamina, you know? That's why it takes a while, you know? You see people play guitar, maybe they're playing chords or playing scales or whatever it is they're doing, and they make it seem easy. It's just what you don't see is the hours and hours of practice of building up the stamina, you know. I've had people say, well, how long is it going to take to learn to do this? Or how long is it going to take for me to do that? Or how come I've been playing for 6 months and I still can't do this? Well, do you practice every day? Are you working, you know, building your muscles? It's like, that's what a lot of guitar playing is, just building muscles like this, okay? So I would highly recommend getting one of these, okay? You can find this, I'm going to have this in my eBay store if you want, you can check it out, but you don't have to buy it there. You can buy it on Amazon or, you know, wherever you shop at, doesn't really matter. But just, I would highly recommend look into getting one of these. I'm telling you, they're going to really help you out. You don't have to get this particular model. There's all kinds of them out there. But just get something like that and, you know, have it in your pocket or put it in your guitar case or whatever. And whenever you're not playing your guitar, it's not, you know, somewhere you're away from the guitar, pick that out and work with it. And it really helps build your muscles, the muscles in your arms and your hands and your fingers, and it really makes a big difference. And then when you go back to your guitar, you know, then you can just start tearing it up, you know what I mean? All right, so there we go. Take care of that, all right? I don't want this video to be too long, but I wanted to let you know what you got to do. Do that kind of stuff, and I guarantee you it'll really help you out, okay? So check that out, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for future notifications, because you got to hit that bell, because that's going to tell you, you know, when I upload another video and stuff like that. And I you know, teach all kinds of stuff, different stuff, lead guitar, rhythm guitar, acoustic guitar, all kinds of stuff to really help you out, some theory and stuff like that. So take that, work with it, and I guarantee you'll see some results. Okay? Until next time, take care.